Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and watching CGHOW video. Today I created this kick explode effect in UE5 Niagara from scratch. So everything you see here, this map, this character I downloaded, this whole effect I created from scratch. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and if you like this video, please like, share and comment, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Let's start this.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So this is the reference I found today on CGHOW.com again, and it has this page has lots of effects, but this guy is kicking this I don't know, ball or bomb that's exploding there. So I'll just grab this GIF. Okay, and so I'll have that here, and then I have this animation I found on Mixamo kicking effect, kicking animation. So I have downloaded this here, strike forward, and now I have this GIF also here, so we can check it per frame now how things happening. So first of all, I have in this image it has this scene, this ground with this grass and stone texture. So I will quickly make that and very rough. So you can skip that part because that's not FX part, or I'll just fast forward this part of video. So I'll just create it. So I have this very basic set, and I'll just add quickly lighting. I have this light. I'm just making grass more green by inverting the saturation. So this is very basic set I have. Okay, so I'll just put a sequencer and sequencer and a camera, and then we can just set our camera like this. Okay, now I will import my animation here. So create a folder, anim, and I'll import that from my downloads. So this is imported. Let me check the material. Yeah, it is fine. So we have this animation, and I want to do something first. it should be like static in starting, then it should kick that. So to do that, what you can do, you can right click on this animation and create a composite, and this is your kick anim. And now you have this animation here. So what you can do, you can drag this animation again. So you will have two animations. Okay. And what I'll do, first animation, these two are same. It's she's clicking two times. So in the first animation, I'll make the end key like 0.2 and then play rate maybe 0.5. So there will be actually 0.01, very small. So she will be paused for a while. Okay, and we can edit that later. So I'll just drag this Mechanim composite here in my sequencer, and here we have the animation. So I'll just move this here. So you can turn on the camera and you can go to the second window, and this window can be your top or anything. Why it's not? Sometimes it happens. I'll just move it here near to the camera. And now see this looks very small. She is looking very small. So you can just move the camera near to her. Also you can add this little bit. I think this is fine. Okay, so I'll just turn on the camera, and she is should be here. And then in the animation of this, you need to choose that composite, and then it should be here. Okay, so if I play, she's kicking, and she's kicking in the right direction, in the wrong direction. This should be there. Okay, and I'll do one more thing in this. I'll make it even more lower. Save this. Save all actually. Okay. So now we can use the timeline here. This much 69 and more here, and this will now repeat. And I'll change something. Maybe that we have and camera. Okay, fine. So now we will start our FX. So in this, give, and let me just close this window. We have just this window. So first of all, there's a ring, a glow, a lens flare, and then this ball appears, and this is falling in front of him. So we need a ring, and we need a glow, and we need this. So let's create a folder here. Yeah, FX, and I'll create material and ring, radial, vector to radial. Actually, this one, the last one. Yeah, we have ring, and I need to turn off this post. Okay, so we have this ring, and I'll decrease the density. I'll actually make a parameter for density, and that is one for now. And this is very sharp, so I'll use a step node here, and then again connect it here. So first is, and this first is density, and second is step. Just call it a step. Okay, particle color. Connect this one here, and this will be additive material. I'll make it additive, unlit to side it. Save this, and the value, let's make it 0.1 for now. And we need actually invert here. Then this is the ring, then we need a radial, M radial, and this will be additive. So just take a radial, less density, 0.5 maybe, and then particle color. Save this. So we have ring, we have this radial, we have the lens flare from the radial, and then it needs a ball that we will create. So M ball. Let's call it ball. It can be like bomb. So we will use a sphere. So in a sphere, if I take the texture coordinate and take mask, subtract 0.5, then I'll use absolute. So I have a band here, then step, this much. Okay, so that band will be black, but now we need a Fresnel. So Fresnel, I will use P, and this will actually take a lurk, connect here, and take now two colors. First color will be like bright cyan, maybe two. It will be here, the one. Second will be dull blue, that will be here. Okay, then we need to subtract this. So first I'll make it saturate. Then actually you can invert this and then multiply it with this. So we have something like this. We can use it for now. So just save it. So we have this material also. So let's create the FX Niagara. So this will be my FX granite up here. Or you can say start. Okay, let's say. And that ring is actually dissolving. We can do that later. Okay, so first I'll make a ring and we need that material M ring. Dynamic parameter density 1.1. I need just one particle and this will not loop. So in the properties, sorry, in the state, let's make it once. So it will just spawn at one time and these will be 0, uniform size, maybe 100. We will decide it. So thickness should be like this for now. And let's save this and also make this, I'll make this local. So here in the properties, make it local. Save this and let's drag this here in your sequencer and here it is. So I need the same value, so I'll just select this character, copy the position, copy, and in the effect grenade move it down. Actually you can create a folder here, call it FX, and then just move your FX to that folder. Okay, so now I'll just paste the values here, so it will be there and it should be here. Okay, so I'll just put a key on the spawn of this, so of this FX key, and before this it will be turned off. So every time I play it will spawn. Okay, because of that spawn key. And now we know the size, so this is what is happening here. This is scaling up with a glow, then dissolving. We can do that all things. I'll just close these all windows, save all. Okay, so we need size and this will be like this. And then we need to decrease this value, increase actually to dissolve it. So I'll let me check the value at point what it is there, 0.12 it is going 0.12. Okay, so I'll make a curve. First value will be 0.1, second value will be 0.12, and maybe after 0.5 it will start dissolving like this. Okay, cool. Second, we need a glow. Copy this, paste this, Control C, Control V, glow. And we need this radial material, although it has already, you can use if you will create a new material it will have. So now glow will be there if I increase the value, and it will follow this, but this glow should be fade. So scale color and take a curve here in alpha, and then and life I will increase little bit, although it has random life. I don't want that direct, make it 1, and in this one direct 1.3, little longer than my ring. And then we need that flare. So copy this again, paste it, flare. And this one I'll do actually, I'll bright this, and this all should be blue. I didn't do did that. So let's make this ring blue, very bright, and then this glow, it will be also. And this glow actually I'll make particle spawn rate maybe 5, and then the size I'll make it random. Currently it is 100, so I'll use random 120 and 60. And life also I can random 1.5 and 1. Okay, then we have this flare, make it blue, and in the size I'll use non-uniform, and I'll stretch on X, and rotation I'll turn this off. So we have this. I can make it even more bright, and the life maybe 0.8, short life. And there's some particles that are going like here and there. So I'll just copy this glow, copy and paste here, and I'll use location, shape location. Let's use sphere and 2, and then velocity from point maybe 200, and the size I'll use 10, 20 for now, and increase the brightness to 20. Let's see how it will look. So the velocity is very high, so let's make it random. 110, and size maybe 5 and 10, and should be very bright. And that ring will have slightly more blue. And then that ball will appear. So copy and paste. This will be our ball. Instead of sprite, we need a mesh sphere. And then this material. And I just need one. So I'll delete these things and make it one here. Let it come. So this is very big and it is spawning earlier. So I'll make a delay 0.2, and then make the size of this mesh maybe 0.5, half of this. Let's check now. And delay maybe 0.3. Let me check it here. It is very big still. 0.2 maybe. It is something there. And let me make the scene little darker. Yeah. And this ball after appearing, and this ball should be very glowy, and then after just appearing it will fall down to the ground. So in this ball, let's make the life constant, maybe 2, and then I'll make gravity force, but this will be animate, so it should not work initially. So I'll just copy this and multiply and paste it and then break. And in the Z, I'll make a curve. So initially the gravity will be 0 till point 2 life. It will be 0. And at point 3 life, it will be again 1. That means multiply by 980 minus 980. Okay. And why it's pointing to? Oh, okay. Cool. And then we need a collision. So I'll just make a collision. Let's check. Bouncing is cool. Everything is cool. Just the life is not enough. And one more thing, it should happen before she is kicking. So she is kicking actually here. And my effect should be 43 frames. Should be done before that. So for that, I'll just reduce the bounciness to 0.2 and increase the life to maybe 2.2. Still is going very fast. So in the delay, I'll make it 0.15, and in the gravity, I'll make it 0.1 and 0.2 because we don't have much time there. But now it's not um, at the right place. So I'll select the FX and move it little bit. So it will be, let me come out of the camera. Cool. So if we'll check from the camera, no, it's very, yeah. And it's going the under the ground, that ball. So in the collision, we have the particle radius. I'll make it 2. And actually, just before she is kicking, here, this should be like turn off this emitter. So I'll just put a key here, and on the next frame, actually on this frame, this will be disabled, and before that, it will be enabled. Okay. So whatever life is for my particle, this will be like die. And let me make this determinism, so it will not be random every time, it will be the same every time. And okay, I'll increase the friction. Okay, everything's fine. So now we need a ball, shooting ball when she's kicking. So I'll just duplicate this grenade, Control D, and this will be FX shooting. In this one, I'll delete all these elements. I have just this ball, and we don't need collision. We need gravity. Reset this, and we need velocity. So, oh, it's freeze. Okay, so we need velocity, and in the gravity, I'll just turn this off for now. Delete this, and then a parameter that's not required. So, and delay, I will not use the delay. So we have this one particle, and velocity I'll make on the y-axis. Let's make and one 200. So it's shooting there, and then we can use the gravity. So it will be like this. Okay, and the gravity is world, and the velocity is local. So keep that in mind. And let's drag it to the sequencer, and I'll just copy the same values from here, copy and paste it on my shooting. Okay, and the direction is wrong. It should be on x-axis and slightly on y-axis. If you check it, although this is local, I can rotate it, but we can see this, so we can adjust that. So I need in x 200 and in y maybe 50. And I'll put the key here when she is kicking here. So in this one, I'll put a key, I'll turn this off, and on the very next frame, turn this on. Okay, and we need to move it here to the ground. Let's check. It's working, but yeah, velocity is not very high. So let's make it 2500 and 500 maybe. Let's see now. Cool. But this should be little more up and less on Y. So I'll decrease this and make it 800 or 1000. Cool. But it's still, this should be 800, and let's make the life maybe 2.5. Cool. Cool. And there will be our blast. Need to make the life little more, maybe 3. Actually, we don't have much time here, so life doesn't matter here because it is finishing. So we need that here. And one more thing in the gravity, I'll increase this little bit. Cool. So now we need to make that effect, the bigger one, this one. And this ball has now some particles. You can see these in the shooting particle. We will add that. So first we do that. So in FX, in the first grenade, I'll copy this glow emitter, copy, and go to my shooting and paste it here. And I'll just remove this spawn burst from there and type from spawn particle from other emitter, name here ball, fix this, and that's it. It will have the particle trail. Cool. So now It- This is bursting. So first we have this thing. This is like a Fresnel which has blue edge and white core, and that is small, then it becomes bigger, very bigger. So let's make that. So it is like a core, and we can create that without using a sphere on a sprite if you want. So this can be a sphere or this can be a sprite. Let's use a sprite for that. So this is M core. On a planar, if you take a radial or yeah, radial, and then one more radial, make the densities maybe 2, and the first one will be smaller than second one, maybe 0.3, and pick a color. So actually this one is bigger and this one is smaller. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take a lerp. Okay. And if I'll check this, this is how it looks. So the black color is should be blue. So I'll just use a color here, or you can just connect the party color to make that blue. But first you need to check that it's working. So blue, the background is blue. And if you multiply this all with this, because this is the blue circle, blue ring, radial actually. So we will have this, that what we need. So we can use the particle color there, okay? But what I'll do, I'll just make it cyan. And now I'll use particular here to bright the colors. So I'll just multiply this with particle color and then multiply this with alpha, and I'll make it additive unlit. And one more thing I'll do, I'll take a dynamic parameter and make the density. Okay, save this. After this, actually with this we have these streaks, and we can use our radial for there. For that we can use radial. These streaks actually slightly, the wide from here. Then okay, so we can do that. Let's create a material M streak. So here I will take a texture coordinate and mask. Let's take red channel, then sign for both side, make it 2. And we have the gradient from both side, and the size is same because these are parallel, and I want to make it slant. So if I take a power node and increase the value, of course this will reduce this from both sides, but straight, not slant. So what you can do, you can take again a mask, and this time just take a green channel that will be from top to bottom, and now you can use it in your power. So it will work accordingly. So see, it's working there but not there. And now you can again increase the power if you want, or you can just multiply this value like 2, 5. So we have that. Okay, and if you want to use a step node there, you can use. Yeah, cool. I'll invert this and that's it. Particle color. So we have streaks, let it save. And so initially we have these two elements, this core, this streaks, and a glow. We have already glow layer. And in this core, we have also a ring that we can use our previous ring there. So let's create these. So I'll just duplicate my grenade, FX, Control D, and call it FX Explode. Okay, save all. So in this FX Explode, we will use this glow layer, and yeah, we need actually that ring also. Ring glow, and I'll delete these elements. Let's make some space here. So we have ring that is dissolving. We have glow, but that should be bigger. This glow should be bigger, maybe 400, 300. And then we need that core, and we'll just use that material here. So in the dynamic parameter, we have density. Let's make it 1 for now. So we have this core, and the color should be 1. And if I increase that density, make it little bigger, well, actually, I'll go to my material. And here we have these two things. But for this, I'll make this radius a parameter. This will be our second radius. And this blue colors is should be like more blue. Save this. And now we have that radius. Let's make it 0.3, 0.2, 1. It's working weird. Uh, let's delete this for now. Density 1. Okay, we need to do something because I'm increasing the density, so there should be a saturate node. Now we got that almost there. So we have this code, but still I have some issues. That is, if I make the density 5 here, this look fine here, but doesn't look good in particle system. Settings 5 and point 2. Yeah, it doesn't look same. Let's make it transparent for now. What I can do, I'll just remove this because we have the same output, and we need this thing to the opacity. Oh, that was the mistake I was doing. And this will be like boost color. I'm not using particle color for now. Yeah, so we can now increase this color, and this is our core. And this looks now sharp like the reference. Okay, so this looks now same like this. And then we have so this is small initially, and then it becomes bigger in 2-3 frames. So it spawns smaller, like 200 maybe. So make this okay, and then I'll make a size, and it doesn't have much life. So 2-3 frame here, then 2 frame here. So life will be very small, maybe 0.3. So if you'll see here, it's just increasing the life because the curve is linear. So what I'll do, I'll point at point 6, the size will be 1, and at point 7, the size will be 3 times bigger. So it will be like that. And there should not be random things. So cool. So let's check this first, only this element. So I'll just drag this explode to my sequencer and move it little up here and there. And let's see where when the ball is hitting here. Around here should blast. So I'll put the key, and then before that I'll just turn this off. So now location is not correct. So we need to move it on X here. So that balls is going little high. So I will adjust that later, but now we will work on this. So this is very small. So this the size will be like here it will be like 10 times bigger. Cool. Now the size is okay. So we need these streaks. These streaks we need. So and let's turn these all 3 layers. So basically when this is smaller, this ring should appear here. So I'll make this to 1, but this ring is very small. Let's make it 300. and very bright. And the size not will be here. And the life will be like 0.3, 0.2. And this glow will be very bigger. Okay, now streak. So I'll duplicate this, copy and paste, and this will be streak. And we need that material streak, streak. And this will be velocity aligned. And I'll delete this and I'll take a shape sphere, maybe 10, and then velocity from the point, maybe 200 for now, and the size and the brightness will be blue, maybe very bright, and the size will be non-uniform, maybe 10, 20, 100, 200. Let's check. It is just one, we need maybe 10, and the size will be even more random. And 10 is too much. And one more thing, the pivot is in center. We need to make it here. So now if we'll check, cool, and I'll make it random, 0.5, 0.3. Yeah. This ball, I will actually here the shooting. I'll turn this off. So I'll put a key, and on next frame, I will just disable this. Yeah. And these streaks will have very small life, 0.3, 0.1, 0.2. Now what is next? So after these streaks and all these things, we have this thing. So after these streaks and this, we will have explored like lots of um, streaks, but this time these are different shape and some blue, some bright. So let's create that. So in this core, we have the 0.3 live. So that means after 0.3 live, we will do that things. So I'll copy these streaks and paste it. And we will add the delay of maybe 0.25. And in this one, we will use a different material that is our radial. And this will be like 100 of particles and very bright, maybe 1000 like this, yeah. And then size will not be that long like this. I'll make the velocity random, 300, 600, or maybe 1000. And some streaks will be faded and blue like this, these, and these are very long. So I'll again copy this and paste it. And in this one, I'll just decrease the spawn rate to maybe 20 and brightness to maybe 10. And then the size maybe 30, 10, and 1800 like this. So we will have some bright and some faded, and this faded will be like very long. And velocity, I'll decrease the velocity for them like this. So with this, we have this thing. One thing is like a sphere, and that has this interaction edge. So we will make a material for that. Fresnel material. So M, no, and just need a Fresnel and particle color. This will go here. This will go here. The opacity should be additive and two-sided. So this is how it looks, and I'll use a power here, and then the interaction should have that edge. So for that, let it save. So if I take a shape like this and apply this, it doesn't have that interaction edge. So for that, you need to take the depth fade, invert it, and this distance will be like the edge of interaction, how the thickness of that. Let's make it 10 for now, and this will be added to the opacity of this, but before particle color I'll use it. So if I save it, now you can see we have that edge, and the edge thickness will be here 20. So now you can see the thickness. Okay, so we have that sphere with interaction. See, so I'll delete this, and in my explode I'll just copy this string, Control D, and I'll call it Fresnel sphere. We need a material, sorry, a mesh, and then this material, and the color will be, of course, blue. If I just isolate this, and let me check one thing. This is just coming in one frame, and that stays for there for a while and then disappear. So we have lots of spare because we just need one, and we don't need this velocity and anything. And the size of mesh will be like 5 or 10. It will just appear like this. Let me check the size here. It is very small. It should interact with the ground. So the size, I'll make it maybe 25. Yeah. But that interaction you cannot see because this is very far, I think. So let me come out of the camera and select this, explode. I'll move it here. This is very big now, so let's make it 10, back to 10. Yeah, perfect. Little down actually. Now we can see that interaction, and that is very small, so let's make it 50 and save it. So the size of this sphere is okay now, but we have changed the position, so we will check other element size now. Yeah, it is perfect. But those streaks looks weird to me, and these should be these streaks. It's actually should scale down. So I'll take the size of sprite, and I want to scale these down on the x-axis. So we have this uniform curve. I need non-uniform curve, and on the y size will be remain same. On the x size will scale down, but after zero point 0.5. So it will be like this. So now these better looks better. And the glow, that glow, I'll make the life even smaller, zero point 0.5, zero point 0.2. And that Fresnel material should fade. So in the here I will take a scale color, and after zero point 0.5 it will be fade. Cool. So now next thing, yeah, with this Fresnel and these streaks, there is a material inside this one, and also these side spike type thing. So first I will make this side thing. So for that I'll need to make a material, and what you call swill things. And what we need actually, we need a texture. I like this aura texture. And if I preview this, we need vector to radial. Make it, and then we need radial, and we need UVs here, so it will be like just a ring. Multiply these together, and then we need to change the tiling. So M and vector 2 because I want to change on separate axis. Make it 1 1 for now. And here, let's make the tiling first. So if I decrease the point, the X in 5 and make it 2, 8, something is coming the same. Okay, so now we can use the step node because that is very sharp there. So point 1, and this is okay. I'll invert this, and I'll make a parameter of this. So particle color, so we go here. This will be this will be actually, I'll put it, these are very okay. I'll just make it translucent and two-sided, and dynamic parameter. This is called this step, and then that's it. Just save it. I'll browse this, and here I'll copy the glow layer, copy, paste it here, and this will be like side swirls. Okay, and there should be a delay like 0.25 in this one, 0.25, and I'll use that material and let's isolate this for a while. And in dynamic parameter, we have this step node. Let's make it 0.1 for now, and you can see the output. And let's write it like 100 and make the spawn rate maybe 2, 3. And one more thing I'll like to do, first is the density of this. Let's make it here. I'll call it dense. Let's check it first. So now with that density node, let's make it 1 for now. So if I decrease this, this will decrease the thickness. If I increase this, it will increase that. And one more thing, after this, I'll want to use one step here for the thickness of ring. So this will be thickness. Now refresh this. Actually, after this, you need to invert this. So now we have the thickness like this much, and then this is the step for that. So this thing work now. So this should be like around my sphere. And so I'll delete this and increase the size so it can. I think it's okay. And the life will be like 0.2, 0.1. Let me check it. Yeah. Some changes I'll just made from my side because the target is not to copy this exactly. That will really take time. So the next thing is this energy type thing in that Fresnel. So what I'll do, I have this Fresnel material. I'll duplicate this. We have this Fresnel one, and in this one, I'll take a noise texture T and noise with this one. Okay, so what I need first, this will be just one-sided, and we have this Fresnel. So I'll add this Fresnel to my noise, and then we can multiply and take a floor and see what will happen if I increase this value like 2. We will have this thing on the edge, and actually this noise is not good. Let's use this one. So I'll just directly connect this thing here. Yeah, and we need lots tiling, so maybe 5 5. And I don't like this Fresnel. I'll take the Fresnel function that is better than this. So you can see. So I'll just remove this Fresnel and use this one here. See, it is better. It is what we need. And we need more tiling like 10 10. Okay. I'll make some parameters, like I'll make a dynamic parameter. First will be like for the power. This is the power for Fresnel. Second, this is the multiplier. So I'll just call it mult. And we don't need this, but okay, let's use this. And after this, I'll actually saturate this, connect it here. We'll check that in particles. Let's save this. So I'll browse this, and in my explore, the Fresnel sphere, I'll copy this and paste it here. And I'll just change the material, and let's check. And the dynamic parameter, this power should be 1 by default. This should be like 5. So we have this. So now let's decrease this for by maybe 2, 5. This will be a little bluish. And with now dynamic parameter, if I increase this, and then this should be like this. These noises. Although tiling is different, but we can make a parameter tile, tile. So this is tile. Now in here, if I refresh, we just need this much, I think. Okay, so I'll just check if this is visible properly. Let's make it. Yeah, this is visible. But you can decrease these values if you want. Now it's better. So, and the center is little darker, so we need to duplicate this radial and make it translucent. And I'll browse this, and in my glow, I'll copy this glow, copy and paste, make a delay 0.25 or zero point 0.3 actually. Use that material, make it darker, and then size I'll reduce to 1800. See, save this. Let me increase the life, maybe 1.5. And the alpha, maybe 10. Yeah, now you can see that dark color. So this effect is almost done. We can do a lot of thing here, but because of the time, I will not do. I'll I'll just make some changes without checking the reference. In this reference, we have a lot of flow. I'll just close this for now. And first, let's take a post process and make it infinite. I'll just make some changes and bloom. That's and that explode is happening little too earlier, or maybe the ball is not going there. And one more thing, in the shooting ball, I need to increase the gravity. Now perfect. So I'll just copy these streaks, copy and paste it here. And in this streaks, what I'll change is first thing, I will not make it velocity aligned. I'll make the size non-uniform, maybe this much, and then I'll make the life maybe 2 and 1. And we need a drag here and also curl noise and size maybe half and curl noise even more. And the delay, I'll just make it 0. Actually, we need to increase this timeline a little bit. And now in this, we need side, right, scale it down after point 0.5 and overall I'll increase the spawn rate also, maybe 60. Yeah. And that dark glow, this one, I'll make the life point 0.6. That's it. I hope you liked it. This is what it is. I created it very quickly, although this video is very long, maybe 1 hour or more than that. But I did it very quickly, and still we can do a lot of things. But I just gave you the basic idea how you put the things together to create the effect from a reference. So that's it. I hope you like this. So thanks for watching. Keep learning, and bye bye.